Welcome to another edition of the San Diego Ad Club's Vchat series, the online video series where local advertising experts share their tips and tricks on the best industry in the world. It's advertising. I'm your host, Andreas Roell, president of the San Diego Ad Club, and today we'll be talking about how to properly market a nonprofit organization. We have a great guest with us, Rachel Gerschman, marketing director for the Make-A-Wish Foundation here for the local chapter here in San Diego. Welcome to have.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
Thank you so much.
How you been?
Good, very good. Things are busy at Make-A-Wish.
Things are good, huh?
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit about the Make-A-Wish Foundation. It's kind of like a little intro, making people aware.
Okay. Make-A-Wish Foundation is a nonprofit organization. We are part of a national organization that started in 1980. And the mission of the foundation is to grant wishes to children who are battling life-threatening medical conditions.
Mm-hmm.
In San Diego, our chapter started in 1983, and we are actually in a couple weeks going to be granting our 2,000th wish.
Oh, congratulations.
Since our inception.
Great.
So our local chapter here serves San Diego and Imperial counties. We'll probably grant about 165 wishes this year.
Per year, approximately?
And yes. And we also play host to wishes of children from other areas that want to come to San Diego for their wish experience.
So could you share with us a little bit some of the wishes that you're granting?
Absolutely,
I've come across a few that are really cool.
They're really
Yeah.
neat. You know, it's when we meet with the child and a family, I mean, our goal is to bring them hope, strength, and joy while they're going through a very challenging time in their life. And the question we ask them is, if you could go anywhere, meet anyone, be anything, or do anything, or have anything, what would it be? And we really want them to just get in touch with what their real dream is and let their imaginations, you know, go wild. So we have everything from travel wishes, kids who want to go to, obviously Disney is really popular.
Disneyland, Disney World. Mm-hmm.
Disneyland, World, Cruise, Disney wishes are very popular. Kids who want to have something, a shopping spree, a computer, a home theater system, a jacuzzi.
Meeting celebrities, I heard as well.
Meeting celebrities,
right?
yeah. We have a lot of kids who, we just had a wish child whose wish was to meet Idina Menzel, who's
Right.
a Broadway star,
Mm-hmm.
and she got to go to London to do that. We've had a child last year who met Johnny Depp. So we have a lot of kids that want to meet either sports celebrities or movie stars or, you know, music industry. Sometimes we have wishes that are really simple, like a little girl who wished to have 100 butterflies. We are really, really big on partnerships and trade. And, you know, one of the things that we're really proud of is that Make-A-Wish is a strong brand, and it has carries a lot of credibility.
Goodwill, yeah.
And we think that it has a lot of worth and value. And so we are able to leverage that a little bit with the media by getting trade, you know, maybe giving a newspaper sponsorship at one of our events in exchange for advertising for that event.
Mm-hmm.
We're right now in the middle of a huge holiday PR campaign called A Season of Wishes, and we've partnered with, you know, radio, television, and they are running, you know, interviews with wish families and doing different package stories about Make-A-Wish, and we are in turn giving them recognition, you know, on our website,
Right.
and our materials, and all the
Right.
stuff we're doing. So trade is huge. Media partnerships are huge.
PR.
PR is very, very important, and, you know, the PR, you know, a lot of times the PR that we do will be anchored by an event, or an event that we have coming up is going to drive that PR effort, because ultimately we're trying to get some publicity about the event.
Mm-hmm.
But the hook, as everyone knows, is not your event. It's, you know, it's the human interest
Right.
story. So, you know, we are very creative and strategic in how we share stories about our kids and share stories about what we do, and try to tie that to an event or a promotion. So it's a story about Johnny's wish,
Mm-hmm.
but oh, by the way, you can support Johnny's wish and others like it by attending this event or visiting our website. So we're always trying to have some sort of call to action, whether it's driving traffic to our website from where they can make a donation or learn more, or get them to some event, but there's always some sort of call of action in what we
Objective
do.
behind it.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen this type of tactic pretty much broadly adopted by all nonprofits, or do you feel you're a little bit unique in what you're doing? Where do you feel you're coming in at?
I don't think we're unique in what we're doing. I think that Make-A-Wish is, and I don't think we're the most sophisticated nonprofit in San Diego. We're fairly small. We have 10 employees. Our budget is about $2.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
So we're a good-sized nonprofit, but there's a lot that are a lot bigger than us. But what I think we have done well is leverage our brand and take advantage of the fact that we have a national brand, and we've used that, and we've been really, really strong on the corporate side of our fundraising and those corporate partnerships. Whereas some other nonprofits maybe focus a lot more on the individuals or grants. We don't really get a lot of grant money because we don't have specific programs. We just do wishes. So I would say we do a good job of that, but it's not unique. I think more and more nonprofits are getting more savvy, and more businesses are getting interested in cause marketing and creating partnerships with nonprofits where they're not just handing you a check, but there's some give and take.
See, what I've seen over the years, and correct me if you see it differently, I've seen more nonprofit moving into a more sophisticated marketing and advertising play
Yes.
with an objective behind it. Before, or years ago, it was this good old ringing doors and trying to individually sell,
Yes.
again, people on the idea of this nonprofit. So you had nonprofits pretty much all soliciting the same people over and over again. And so it was more of a sales effort versus
Yes.
a marketing and advertising play. And
Yes.
I'm starting to see this change quite a bit. And obviously, myself coming out of the interactive side, I've seen a lot of that also moving towards that world as well.
Oh my
and
gosh.
so maybe you want to talk about that from an online standpoint, and maybe some things that you're not doing yet, but others that you're planning on doing, or where you're trying to go with that.
Definitely. The internet is such an amazing tool, and that has been something, your company just redid our website, and prior to that, our website was horrendous and not interactive, and it was hurting us because that is the first place people go these days for information. And I know I do. Before I'll pick up the phone, I would much rather go on the web and see what I can find out and do transactions on the web. A lot of nonprofits that are national, and one of the challenges that Make-A-Wish has is because we're a national organization, part of a national organization, we are restricted by certain national guidelines, one of which is online fundraising. The reason is because every Make-A-Wish has its own territory. So for example, my territory is San Diego County. I'm not allowed to solicit outside of my territory.
Orange County or anything like
right.
that. Yeah.
And because the internet doesn't know territories, there's some issues, and it's very interesting to see because it's an issue that is having to be addressed and worked out at a national level as far as rules and regulations, because chapters want to do online stuff. The other thing you're seeing a lot of with the internet is this, kind of friends asking friends model, and
the referral viral marketing type of
viral marketing, and there's a lot of events, nonprofits that do walks and different sorts of things like that, and it is amazing how quickly funds can be raised when you're using that model.
What about patience? Is that another factor potentially? Being in a nonprofit environment, you're a full-time staff member.
Yes.
You probably have a board that is not full-time.
No, board of directors,
Volunteers. So some of my experience has been that nonprofits just have to move a little bit slower based on some of the setup that an organization such as that has.
Sometimes they move a little slower because there's a few layers and some things need to be voted on and approved, and in the case of Make-A-Wish, sometimes there's things that are just beyond our control because we are dealing with national, guidelines. And, a lot of nonprofits, like I said, we have 10 staff. So a lot of what we do is based on volunteers, and so, you do have to be patient. There might not be the resources available, people resources and time resources to get everything done as quickly as you might be used to in the corporate world.
Like I said earlier, I think you have extremely fascinating job. I think it's a job where you can go home every day and feel very, very good about what you do. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
It was nice to see you.
Yeah, absolutely. And to our viewers, thank you for tuning in. As always, please check back to the San Diego AdClub.com website. We'll be adding these type of tapings along the way. And if you have any questions, feedback for me, my email address is president@SanDiegoAdClub.com. And I'm looking forward to the next one. Thanks again.
Thank you.